Hello and welcome to another episode of Not Your Grandma's Opera. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about different voice types and kind of the vocabulary of it. My boyfriend actually pointed out to me that he listens to me talk with my friends all the time, but he doesn't understand what we're saying. So I want to make sure that everyone in our audience does understand what we're saying. We're going to talk about voice types today. There are several different voice types. I'm going to start from the top, so the highest, going down to the lowest. So the first one is going to be soprano. Soprano is the highest female voice. Now I should note that there are different types of sopranos. It's the same thing with every single voice type, soprano, tenor, whatever. Every single voice type has kind of a subcategory. So the highest is soprano. That's the highest female voice. Then we have mezzo. Mezzo or mezzo-soprano. Mezzo technically means middle. It is technically the middle female voice, but nowadays most women are either sopranos or mezzos. Now, after mezzo, we have contralto. Contralto is the lowest female voice. Those are a little bit rarer. There are not too many people that are true contraltos. A lot of times, if there is a contralto role written in an opera, a mezzo with a low range will sing it. But they do exist, they're just not as, prevalent. Then we move on to the male voices. Technically now we have countertenor. Countertenor is male voice, but they sing primarily in their falsetto and actually sing kind of the same range as a female. So they sing way up high. Those are also a little bit more on the rare side. Then we have tenor. Tenor is the high male voice. So that sits up top. It's all, your Pavarotti. You know what a tenor is, right? And then we have bass-baritone, which is kind of our middle bass or middle male voice that sits right in the middle. They have some high notes, they got some low notes. And then we have a true bass, which is like down in the basement low, okay? Now, these voice types are different from, let's say, choir voice types. Choir, we generally only have soprano, alto, tenor, bass. And it's a completely different ballgame when you're singing in a choral setting. Because when you're singing in a choral setting, you have to think about things like blending and making all the voice sound together and sound as one. Completely different. And a lot of times people do get a little mixed up sometimes. It could be a soprano in solo rep, in opera, even in opera chorus. You could be a soprano, but sing alto in choral rep. That is actually me. I generally sing alto in choral rep because if I sing soprano in choral rep, I'll stick out like a sore thumb. And it's totally fine. It doesn't happen so much with the male voices. And unfortunately, that's because we don't have as many male singers. So it doesn't happen as much. It's usually the females that get kind of moved around for where they need to be at. They tend to move people around, just whatever voices need more sound. Soprano, mezzo-soprano, contralto, tenor, bass, baritone, bass. Different from soprano, alto, tenor, bass. So if you have any questions about all the different voice types, and let me know. We will have another video where we kind of dive into more specific voice types. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe.